I don't know what you call this, a branch for a family tree maybe, but I'm going to make this for a family member. So stay tuned and see how I did it. Welcome to Unruly 3, father of 3 unruly kids.
I'm not really.
First, I'm going to clean these up on the table saw, and then I'm going to take them over and cut them to size. I laser engraved McKaylee's name 3 different times. I picked her name because she has a capital letter 2 times in her name at the M and the K. I wanted to see what it would look like. So this is just kind of a practice one to see which one I like the best. So looking at these 3 different ones, different fonts, which one do you think I picked? The first one up here I didn't really like. Think that there's too big of a space right here. And I think it more says, instead of McKaylee, it says Ma Kaylee. I didn't like that one, so that one's out. Now these 2 I thought were pretty good. I like this one right here. I think it's really pretty. This would have to be changed to be more of a, this would have to be bold. And I think that would be better. This one right here is nice and bold and beautiful, but I think that this got a little bit sloppy, the letters here. So after some choice, I am gonna go with number 2. All right, I got this board. It's pretty wonky, but my niece Jamie is pretty wonky, so I think it kind of fits her. I want this to be the branch. Like this will have her name on it, and then her kids like hanging underneath of it, as part of her family tree of her line. And I think so to have like the room, we'd have like Jordan, McKaylee, Marcus, and McKenna. Let's see. So Jordan, McKaylee, Marcus, and then McKenna. And then I'm thinking like underneath Jordan's would be Dakota and Lenora. And then kind of add the things to it hanging underneath. I thought it would be kind of cool if I can use like that much, right? And it would kind of look like the branch is coming out. I don't know. So I might go and cut it. I'm going to cut it like here. And then I got to leave enough room for these over here on this side to have it all fit in. this wood has some really cool figure, but it also has like this top part. I don't know if this is like rot coming in, but it seems like, you know, down to about here, and it kind of blends in. So I'm thinking about staining this wood, trying to hide all that, and then putting a finish on it. So I tried some different finishes on the back. I got this, and it seems to blend that part. This one right here is a little bit darker. I kind of like that best. Then I tried a really dark. I don't like this as much. I think with the burning of the name on it, it's not going to work. But I think this guy right here is going to be the one I'm going to go with. And it's just going to kind of add some color, I don't know. I think it looks better than having like the two colors like this. So I'm going to try this one and see how it looks all like that. Now I'm getting ready to put the marks to where I'm going to put the screws. Here, I'll show you on Jordan's. So I'm just kind of putting this and centering it. Put a little dot there. Jordan is really a free spirit. Um, I probably would have never expected her to be as good of a mom as she is, but she's got two kids, Dakota and Lenora, and they are amazing kids. She's super unselfish, and everything she does seems to be for her kids. There, that's what it's gonna look like. And then we got McKaylee. McKaylee is the second oldest. She just got married. This is a picture of McKaylee. I think she's the one on the right. And the next one, Jamie had twins, and the next one was actually her only boy. And his name is Marcus. I call him Skid. He came over to visit one time. I think he said about 5 words to him. He's a pretty shy kid until he gets to know you. But we did have a family reunion and he was there. And towards the end, you know, once he started getting more comfortable around the family, which can be pretty intimidating, he did start to open up a little bit, start having his personality start coming through. Now, he also does not have any kids. But I'm going to put the bottoms on all these anyways, and that way they're ready if the kids ever do have some. And our last one is McKenna, and so she's the baby. I think of all of them, all of Jamie's kids, McKenna is the one that I've probably spent the least amount of time with. Marcus came over and he visited. He spent, I don't know how many days he with us, but a little bit of time. And McKaylee came over. Jordan's been over to visit. So we live over by, across the sound from Seattle in a little town. And these all live in Montana, so we don't get to see them too often. We always tell them that they can come over and visit, but you know how it is. It's hard to come over, and it's hard for us because we have a lot of family in Montana that when we go over there, it's hard to just settle down and decide like who we're gonna go see, so it's just a mess. But anyway, this is the baby McKenna. Every time I meet her, she's super kind, super sweet. But she said that she's not gonna have, doesn't want to have kids, so maybe I don't need to put the bottom hooks on. I bet she's gonna change her mind. She's probably gonna end up having 7 of them. I'm gonna have to make this board way bigger. All right, now we got Dakota and Lenora. So I think a little bit about Jamie. Boy, if you want to laugh, you hang out with Jamie. There's something to be said about when I get going and I start telling stories, and I love when my nieces and nephews, my brother, my sisters all are around, and they're sitting there listening to my stories, and they're laughing along, having a great time. Jamie, when she sits there and she's laughing so hard, and you can tell that she just loves hanging out with her family and having this great time. I'll always remember like sitting around a fire and just the look on Jamie's face as she's listening to my stories, and you can tell that even though she's probably heard them 700 times, the same stories, she listens and she laughs so hard. It makes me feel super special. One thing also is, I think families are really weird. I think sometimes we say these mean things to people that we love, things that we won't even say to a stranger, at the grocery store, but we turn around and we say these mean things to people that we love. And I think sometimes a lot of people have been pretty mean to Jamie in the family. And, whether it's about choices or thinking that they're better than her or something, but they don't know what she's been through. They don't know anything. Sometimes you tell somebody that they're worthless or that they're garbage or they're not smart or they're whatever you tell them. After a while, they start to believe it. And I think Jamie's been told these terrible things too long, too much. So Jamie, if you're listening, I just want you to know that I think you're amazing. And I love you so much. You're a great grandma. So this is what I'm thinking here. I kind of pretty happy with this. I need to screw this on. I like that they hang over a little bit on the edge. I really like that. I need to screw onto the back to this so it's supported onto here. Put the hooks up here, tie the strings, and I'm all done. All right, I think all I gotta do is put the screws up here, tie the strings, and we're good to go. Oh yeah, I better do this. So I had kind of imagined it being like this. I get it under there, I tie it, but it was gonna be super tedious. I was thinking of maybe if I got my pliers here, put some glue on it, and then cut off the edges. But I think what I'm gonna do is just this. I'm gonna tie a knot up here. I'll put some glue to hold that in a little bit. Get this one to be the height, and it's just gonna be a straight with ties on both sides. I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. All right, here's the final thing. I think it turned out really good. I put glue here to hold those. The super glue kind of wicked up, and so like they're hard, but I think once they're hanging, it's gonna be okay. I made a whole bunch of extra ones, so if McKaylee has a kid, I can add to these ones and they can put more on here. So I am hoping that, Jordan doesn't have a whole ton more. She'll only fit 3 on there. I hope that that's going to be okay. And Kaylee can fit 3. I don't know. Marcus is going to have like 7, so his is going to be hanging down here. And McKenna, I don't know. They're going to be way underneath there. But anyway, I think it's going to turn out good. I saved the font and everything, so all Jamie has to do is just tell me what font or the name of the kid when they're born, and I can make a new one with my laser engraver and send it to her, and then she can add it to it. All right, thank you for watching. If you liked it, give me a like, and I really appreciate your time.